Yeah, so recently, as I said before in one of my posts, that I dropped my daughter off at uni a few days ago, and one of the things that hit me personally, okay, nobody jump on any bandwagons here because I'm talking about me personally. Your experience might be different. Good for you. I'm talking about me personally. Me personally, as a person with severe and crippling mental health issues. My daughter's 16 and 18, and my eldest is going to be 19 in December. So let's, for argument's sake, say 19 years I've been a parent. And when I dropped her off at uni, because, we all work to different milestones and, well, say different, the same milestones, the same goals. When they're babies, you want them to crawl and sit up and walk and, first day at nursery, first day at school, then first day in primary, all these kind of milestones. Then you want them to do their A-levels, you want them to go to university and, get a good job, get married, get a husband, car, all these kind of milestones we have for our kids. And obviously this was a milestone. She turned 18, she passed her A-levels, she got into her first choice college, first choice university. And I remember coming home, I think even before I dropped her off at uni, I was having this thought in my head that, do you know what? Despite the fact that this is something fantastic and this is something to be proud of and something to be, praised, if you like, for argument's sake. If you asked me the question, would you do it all again? If you could relive your entire life, change nothing because you didn't have a choice, you couldn't change anything, you had to live it the way it was before, to get to this place where you've raised a daughter who is very strong, independent, mentally, emotionally, psychologically healthy, fit in her mind, soul and body and spirit. She's very bright, very warm, very loving, very kind, very engaging. She'll definitely be an asset to society. Would you do it again? And I have to be honest and say no, I wouldn't. If I could go back in time, knowing then what I know now, I wouldn't have had children. Do I feel, yay, I've achieved something fantastic, in the sense that, I've raised her with severe and crippling mental health issues, and yet still she's turned out so well, and she's now gone on to university. She's studying psychology and counselling. She wants to be a child psychotherapist, very worthwhile job. No, I wouldn't do it again. Why? The cost, the price was too great. What it cost me mentally and emotionally and psychologically and physically, but mentally more than anything else, was too great. When I see what it has cost my children, who have had to be raised by a mother with mental health issues, who, I've spent years hiding it from them. They've experienced it and they've seen it. They've seen the breakdowns. They've seen, when I don't cope with things well. They've seen how I deal with life on a day-to-day basis and how it's affected them. I wouldn't, and I couldn't do it again. I personally, I love my kids like I love air. I love air because without it, I'm dead. That's how much I love my children. But the cost of raising them as somebody with severe and crippling mental health issues was too great a price to pay. And I wouldn't, given a choice, do it again. Not only because of the cost and the price to me, but because of the cost and the price to them. I will have mental health issues till the day I die. So my grandkids will know it, and my great grandkids, should I live to see them, will know it. And I was speaking to a woman the other day she's a white lady, and she was saying to me that, she grew up with a mum with mental health issues. And she said, she was trying to say that she's not angry and she's not bitter about it, because she said, I love my mum, I love her so much, and I understand that her mental health issues are not her fault. But it did have an impact on my childhood, and even now it has an impact on my adulthood, and it has an impact on my son and her grandson, because there are certain things that she can't and won't do with him because of her mental health issues. She can't leave the house, and he does ask, why can't I do this with grandma, and why can't I go out with grandma? And and I know that I've got that to come. And even if I go to the other extreme, which I do tend to do with my mental health, I work so hard to do things that push myself out of my boundaries and out of my comfort zone. There is a sense of bitterness and resentment towards the people that you're doing that for, because you're feeling like, I shouldn't have to be doing this. You should have to accept me as I am, accept that I can't leave the house today, accept that I can't do this, I can't react this way to certain situations. I've got to react that way to it because that's how my mental health is built. But I'm going against the grain to make it easier for you, for society. When I leave this house, I have to pretend to be somebody that I'm not, because if I'm so afraid for people to label me as the mad black woman with mental health issues, the dippy black woman, the stupid black woman, because she has mental health issues. So in my opinion, if I could go back, and would I have children again? No. Was it worth it to get my daughter to the place where she is now? Do I feel happy? Do I feel, elated? To be honest, no, I don't. I really don't. I should do. I should feel very proud. I should pat myself on the back and say, well done. I can do that for other people, whether they have mental health issues or not, especially single parents who've raised kids on their own and got them to the point where they're not, they didn't drop out of school, they're not on drugs, they're not promiscuous, they're not sleeping around, they're not hanging around with the wrong crowd, they've either got themselves into an apprenticeship or in college or uni, they're doing really well, and they've done that as single parents. I do congratulate them, especially the ones who've done it, who have mental health issues. My God, you are to be commended. But speaking personally about myself and for myself, I'm sorry, but it wasn't worth it.